It's great to talk to you guys, and I am looking forward to this movie. I love camp. I love humor. I love Christian humor. I talked to Lee Allen already,
Oh,
and she
great.
talked about what a fantastic time she had making it. That she said she wants to make a movie about making the movie because she had so much fun.
Mm.
So I know you guys have been around for a while, and I just wondered, when I saw your name on the poster, the Skit guys, I was like, oh, that's just a natural progression, to make a movie. So at what point have you been, how long has this been in the process or in your idea stage?
Dwayne, if you could go back to about 1988 and sit in a car, a Chevette, a red Chevette with me and my buddy Eddie, who had hair at that time, we would be talking about movies back then. It's what we did together. We loved them. It's always been deep inside of us a dream. It seemed like an unreachable dream, until we started seeing some other movies come out, Fireproof, Facing the Giants, War Room, like those are the folks. They were trailblazers for us. They were the guys that kind of made us look and go, oh wait, maybe we can do that. And so with our short films that we make for churches, we started acting as if one day we'll actually get to make a feature-length film. And through a lot of preparation, but more than that, a lot of prayer, God finally opened up doors.
And the idea for this movie was this something that was written, a script that was presented to you, or was this also part of your, the progression of talking through the years? Setting at a camp. I'm a youth camp kid. I love camp. So this obviously perked my ears up. My favorite movie last year was A Week Away. I don't know if you saw that movie, but
Yeah.
and I saw them all. And I know everybody's like, that's cheesy, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's awesome, Dwayne. Yeah, it was ours. We started out going, okay, trying to make kind of like a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles kind of a movie like that. Like I have the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles poster right there. That was our first attempt, and that's what we were trying to do. And it just, for our first movie, the logistics was just going to be way too much. And then it was like, okay, so what are the parameters here? We got to be in one place. We got to, we got to grab everyone together. We got to keep it short and sweet, even with COVID going on. And we had this in our arsenal, and it just became on the front burner to put out there, to make great, and to make all these characters come alive. And it was a ton of fun. It was in our wheelhouse. We're former youth pastors, so camps are right there. We know all the ins and outs. So it really was fun to put it all together. We had two great writers as well, Renee and Brian, that are Brian directed this. He put some heavy foot to this, and then Renee, who's our lead writer at skitguys.com, came alongside, just gave it breadth and the story arc, and we just filled all the little comedy zingers in there as well. It was a lot of fun.
What is the release of the movie now? The movie hasn't released. It's May, right? Is that right? Next month?
Yeah. Opening weekend is May 13th.
Okay. But as you branch out, now that this movie's behind you, of course, you're going to watch and see, how it does. And that's part of why we're talking here, to spread the word. But now that you have this movie in your pocket, does this open up a new avenue for the Skit guys, going forward? Is it, well, we did that. That's either not as hard as we thought it was, or harder, but we can do it again. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Ed.
No,
You got
ahead.
it. Oh, you got it. It's all good.
We already, we still have that screenplay called Rideshare. That was, so we have that. And so if this movie does do well, we do have that one. And we wrote another one as well, just to be ready. No one really asked us to, but we're just going, okay, if the doors open up and they go, what's next? We want to be prepared and say, this is what we think could be next. we really do. When when you look at if we are going to be the first faith-based, family-friendly comedy, too much is given, much is expected. So you go, what does that look like? And to be ready for that, to present more comedies that families can go to, and they don't have to worry about a bait and switch. That the parents, the backs don't have to get tight, going, oh dear, what are they going to say?
Right.
They're going to be good as they get in the cars. And we really do want to help mom and dads just feel like kings and queens, and grandparents just to feel like they're watching their kids laugh no matter how young or old, and they went, this was a good time.
Any especially interesting or memorable memories or from the making of it that kind of stand out to you? Something that you'll always kind of think about and remember?
Man, listen, that's such a difficult question. Every day, you stepped out of your trailer or wherever you were, you'd step out there on that set and you'd see all these people that are working hard to make, not only your dream come true, but to create something that is going to help families laugh, learn, grow. Hopefully that will be used by God to bring healing to families. Every day was memorable. I've got on my TV, I have pictures that just kind of rifle through as a screensaver, and they're all from family camp. And it's always just another deal of just going, oh, that was a great day. That was a great day. There was even the worst day and filming family camp was a great day, and I think that's true too about camp. The worst day at camp is still a great day.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very close down here in Orlando to Disney, and that's typically what people will say. The worst day at Disney is better than the best day at work,
For sure.
So yeah. You guys, I always am interested in people who do humor for the faith space, because there are a lot of people that I've run into in the church that don't really have a good sense of humor, or they think there's something outrageous or whatever, wrong about introducing comedy. And you guys have had to navigate that through the years. So have you ever, has that ever deterred you or made you hesitant, in pushing forward with what you're doing?
We've had the beauty of kind of watch it evolve, and I really do mean that. When we were a lot younger in the 80s and 90s, we could do youth events and the comedy was okay. You'd have youth pastors and leaders go, okay, but if the youth pastor were to say, hey, I just talked to my pastor, it's kind of like getting to go to the big leagues. You could perform in our church service. You could be in big church. In the 80s and early 90s, people just didn't laugh.
Right.
So
yeah.
We grew up kind of going, wait, are we hitting it, or should we not be doing this? But Tommy, what would be the follow-up?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'd do a show for an entire church and they would just sit stoically because it was irreverent to laugh in the sanctuary. Right. But after the show was over, they're shaking our hands. Hey man, that's fantastic. I sure love that, and we're looking at them going, I thought you were dead. Like I had no idea you were alive. Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, Dwayne, like if anything, it's made us resilient. It's made us go, it's okay. Some people may not be comfortable laughing, but that doesn't mean they're not being touched by what's happening.
Yeah. We believe humor breaks down walls for truth to enter. And if you can get people to laugh, they'll listen to you. You just have to have something good to say. Yeah. And we know the creative universe, gave us so many great things to say. So we try to just really rely on that. But oh, it's so beautiful watching families laugh. I'm jealous. Yeah. I want to be sitting I want to be where they are, watching my kids laugh at somebody doing something like that. So it's a bittersweet but I love what we get to do. And I can't wait for May 13th to come around for people to go out and see this movie.
Mm-hmm. You guys do serious as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I don't stick my foot in my mouth, you did one of the skit that we've seen is the sculpture, right? I don't know the name of it. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, we we showed it in our church, you know, showed it to our choir and everything. Yeah, it was really touching.
Thank you.
So you do series as well, then. I just made that connection, and when I just recognized your faces after talking to you for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably be our most popular video that we've ever made, is a very serious video called God's Chisel that my buddy Eddie wrote. And but even if you were to go back and watch that, you'll see there's humor laced throughout it, whether it's a look or a pause. And you know, I think, you know, is it Mary Poppins that said a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down? I mean, I think humor works that way too. You know, in some of our stuff, there's just a spoonful of humor. When it comes to the movie Family Camp, yeah, we got enough sugar to make, you know, loads of Willy Wonka candy. Like it's more humor, but still great. Just a strong message, just lots of humor.
Right.
Yeah, our three, Dwayne, our three things that we've tried in every video that we've ever done for churches, even when we're editing them and trying to think of people sitting in the congregation, humor, heart, and hymn. You know, humor, heart, hymn. We got to touch their heartstrings. We got to try to make you laugh a little bit, and we point you to God. So that's what this movie's about, and that's what all our movies that we do for churches at skitguys.com are about. So we tried to really bake that into Family Camp to where you're going to see those 3 H's come alive.
Yeah, and we added in a 4th H this time, which was hope, because we think the family desperately needs hope these days.
Right. Very good. Well, I can't wait for people to see it. I hope it does just amazing. I hope you guys are hitting a niche that we need. You know, there have been a few funny faith movies over the years, but I mean, I'm ready for that whole thing to just bust wide open, you know.
Oh, thank you.
And hope you guys, hope that'll happen with you guys too. Is there anything else you want to add before we hang up? Anything about the movie or anything?
Yeah,
maybe somebody hasn't asked. I always say that, and I explained an interview two interviews ago. Us interviewers typically ask about the same 5 questions in different ways. And so if you're like sitting there like, oh, I wish there's a 6th question I really want to answer, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, my buddy Eddie is good at saying this, but I'm thinking of it, so I'll say it. You know, many times nowadays you take your family to the movie, and you have to give your family a disclaimer. Hey, we don't say that word, or that's not really right. And we created something that there is no bait and switch. Everybody in the family from 8 to 80, 2 to 200, like they can all come. There's something in there for everyone. And moms and dads don't need to worry. Everything that is said is good. It's funny. It's clean. It's true. So we're excited for families to be able to come to the movies, relax. And after the 2 years that we've had, we need to laugh together, you know?
Right. Well, it's great to talk to you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you've done for so many years. And thanks for this movie. This is going to be awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for getting the word out, and thanks for your time too.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
God bless.
Bye-bye.